I believe that SEI, it's a sleeping giant. Now, why is that? It's because I think that SEI during this bull run could hypothetically go to the price of $20. And of course, not financial advice and not a guarantee. But the reason why I think that could happen, I think it's going to come down to the fact that SEI, it's arguably one of the best layer one blockchains out there. At least that's the way I take a look at it. Because if you take a look at the statistics, it doesn't lie. The transaction finality time of SEI is around 380 milliseconds. Which some people, they may clown, they may think, oh, it's not that impressive. But here's the thing. If you take a look at something like Bitcoin, transaction finality time is around an hour, right? 60 minutes. That's just way too long. Now, you want to take things, let's say, another step down. Let's say we take a look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's not as bad, 6 minutes. It's all right, though. Not great. You take a look at Solana. Now, Solana is where things get cooking because Solana is around 2.5 seconds. Which in and of itself is already very impressive. But SEI, they're a lot better. You take a look at how it's under a second. Again, right, around 380 milliseconds. That's how insane it is. That's not even half a second. This is very impressive stuff in my opinion. But there's more because SEI can currently facilitate 12,500 transactions per second. And it's been able to process over 1 billion transactions. I mean, that's crazy. That's on par, by the way, with something like Avalanche. Avalanche also has been able to process over 1 billion transactions. So as SEI, that's how reliable SEI is. At least that's the way I take a look at it. And keep in mind, giants like Circle and as well as Coinbase are currently supporting SEI. Now, you may be wondering, okay, we get who Coinbase is, but who is Circle, right? Circle is the creator behind USDC, the stable coin. So that's how amazing it is. Do you think that if SEI was so bad, they would be supporting it? I think not. I think they only want to support things that are good, which is why I think that when it comes to SEI, they are being supported by them. That's how amazing they are. And something that I love about SEI is that if we take a look at its ecosystem, there are some AI projects that are beginning to pop up. And I think this right here could be so bullish for its future because if you take a look at the AI market, according to Grandview Research, it's predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030. I mean, that's how insane it is. I mean, when you have a market nearly worth $2 trillion in the very near future, that's a market that has a lot of potential, in my opinion. So seeing AI projects on SEI, that right there, I think is a step in the right direction. And let's not forget, when it comes to SEI, I just think it's a lot better than something like Ethereum. Now, a lot of people out there, every time I make a video on SEI, they keep saying, oh, why don't you talk about Ethereum, man? It's the best layer one blockchain. I completely disagree. First of all, I have a sour experience using Ethereum. Very high gas fees. And also on top of that, people, they often argue that it's not even scalable. So what's the point in that? I don't really like that. I don't like experiencing high gas fees. I like something with very low gas fees. And I do believe that SEI, it pretty much ticks all the boxes. Doesn't suffer from this gas fee nonsense. And it's very scalable. I think that Nokia, it's kind of similar to Ethereum in a sense. Now, why is that? It's because you take a look at how Nokia, in the early 2000s, it was very popular. But now, if you, hang out with your friends and you're pulling up a Nokia phone with a 6.9 megapixel camera, it's like, who's going to, be in awe of that? They're not going to be surprised. They're going to be like, oh, what kind of phone is that, right? Ethereum, it kind of feels like that. Ethereum was good back in 2018. That's 6 years ago. We care about nowadays, right? We care about the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I think SEI, it's kind of like that. Ethereum does have a good ecosystem, but again, fundamentals are just not that great. If let's say I'm an enterprise and I'm choosing between two, layer one blockchains to choose from, why would I choose something like Ethereum over SEI? It would make no sense because enterprises, the way I view it is that they don't care about the fans. They don't care about the hype. They don't care whether or not, a project has a lot of fans, hyping them up on X or, formerly known as Twitter. They don't care about this, right? Yeah, sure. People comment, yeah, I'm a fan of Ethereum. An enterprise doesn't care about this type of nonsense. They care about something that's going to benefit them, right? They care about something that's actually going to be useful. So they're not going to choose, in my opinion, something that has, very ridiculous gas fees and scalability issues. Of course, they're going to choose something that's just fundamentally much better, even though the fans may not be there. That's just my opinion. I think SEI is really a no-brainer pick for me. And at the price of $20, market cap wouldn't be insane. Considering current circulating supply, if it were to go to the price of $20, at that point, market cap would be around $60 billion. I mean, this isn't really too much to ask for. I mean, come on. We've seen something like Doge go to around over $88 billion. And keep in mind, we've also seen something like BNB go to over $100 billion in market cap. And if you take a look at BNB, is it as great as SEI? In my opinion, I think SEI is much more revolutionary. And also, you have to take into consideration, just last year, According to Crypto.com research, slightly over 2% of the crypto hacks that happened actually occurred on the BNB smart chain ecosystem. And now some people, they may be thinking, okay, only around 2%. Why is that so bad? But if you consider just how massive the crypto space is overall, this, in my opinion, is very unacceptable. I mean, it's complete nonsense. So I think SEI is just much better than the competition. And also, I just think it's much better than something like Ethereum or even BNB. Now, that's just my opinion, but when I take that into consideration, why can't SEI at least go to around a $60 billion market cap? We've seen something like Doge go to around 88 billion. We've seen something like BNB go to over 100 billion. And also on top of that, we've seen something like Ethereum go to over 540 billion. And I think patience is key because Bitcoin isn't even at the price of $100,000. You know, it didn't even reach that. I don't know why people are saying that, oh, wow, the bull run's over. I disagree. I think the bull run is far from over. Also on top of that, we have to take into consideration how there's nearly 600 million crypto owners as of right now, according to Crypto.com research. That's more than ever before in history. So the FOMO, buying pressure, and buying volume could be insane. And historically, this isn't even supposed to be the time yet when altcoins are supposed to peak. Usually, altcoins, they peak anywhere between half a year to a year and a half after a Bitcoin halving event. The Bitcoin halving event happened back in April. So that's even, historically speaking, anywhere between October this year to October next year. There's still some time. But if anything, I don't think it's a bad thing because that's actually more time for me to accumulate SEI. My strategy is very simple. Anytime I acquire income, I acquire SEI, I'm holding, and I'm just waiting. That's it. And people, they're seeing a pullback as of right now, and they're freaking out. But when things pump up by that much in such a relatively short amount of time, a pullback, it's bound to happen. You know, the journey to the top for something like Bitcoin, for instance, it's not like it just straight shot all the way to the top without any pullbacks. That's not the case. So I think that a pullback, it's expected. But again, I'm staying patient. If anything, the way I take a look at it is that the lower the price, the better the buying opportunity for me. So I'm not even worried. Not financial advice, but that's just the way I take a look at it. And again, $20 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever for SEI. I think it's amazing. And I think that this bull run could be that fantastic. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very interesting video. I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain. I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.